Hello everyone, welcome to another video. If you are new here, my name is Rachel. I make plant content. It's planty hauls, planty tours, planty repots, planty, you name it. I do all things plants. If you hear noise, don't worry about that. It's my cat. You will see him eventually probably. Today I have a Hoya video. So we are doing a Hoya, sorry, he just shook my camera. Come on, buddy, say hi. Oh, you want to say hi? Nope. Okay, I guess not. It's all Hoyas today. I have about 15 Hoyas. He is loving my camera right now. Thank you, buddy. Okay, yep. I have about 15 Hoyas. Some of them are in nursery pots and need to be potted up for the first time. Some of them are in, just need to be in a bigger pot, get a little upgrade. So we're going to be doing that today, and I'm also going to be ranking my top 5 that I have. So very excited, and let's get started. Now that I have all of my Hoya in a line, I'm starting to see a pattern, or not all of my Hoya, my top 5 Hoya, I'm starting to see a pattern of my favorites, and you probably will as well. My number 5 Hoya that I have right now is my Hoya Lacunosa Silver. This is funny because this plant was actually on my least favorite plants of 2025 list, so kind of surprising that it is one of my top 5 Hoyas in April already. But you can see that she has let out a couple shoots, and she's just doing so well. She's so silvery, and I got her in this little pot with this small little trellis, and I just love the way that she's looking, and I'm very excited for her to continue growing. I just love this plant so much. Okay, number 4. All these are obviously super close. Number 4 is one that I've gotten recently. This is my Hoya Griffithii. Yeah. Oh, that's not right. Hoya Griffithii. And I just love this Hoya because I love like an elongated leaf on a Hoya. I think that they are so cool. And this one also has splashing. So that is super neat. As you can see here, I have a little baby leaf that is coming out. This one hasn't put out a new leaf since I got it back a couple months ago, so I'm very excited to see her putting one out for me. So yes, this is number 4. Love her very much. Hoya Griffithii. Number 3 is actually right here behind me. So let me grab her. Oh my gosh. She is ginormous. Oh my gosh. This is Hoya Polyneura. This is the non-variegated version. I love the, sorry, Yami started nibbling on it. No, you can't play with that. Stop that. No, buddy. Hoya Griffithii was not getting good treatment. Sorry. Okay. This is Hoya Polyneura. She is a queen, a beast, ginormous. I love her dark foliage, her dark leaves is so nice. I don't know, like there's nothing really else like Yami. What the world? Okay, we're back. Yami has stopped destroying things, I think, for a very short period of time. So yes, number 3 is Hoya Polyneura. This is, believe it or not, one of the first Hoya that I got. And she has grown like a weed. I have her under some Sancy grow bulbs, sitting on my litter box cabinet. I have her in like a chunky, I kind of have been putting my philodendrons and my hoyas in the same chunky mix, and my hoyas have seemed to love it. As you can see, I have roots growing out of the bottom, so she is growing really fast and growing really well. I think that this is something I wanted to talk about kind of when I was repotting, but I'll make a little mention that hoyas don't necessarily love to be root bound like a lot of people think. They really love to dry out. Not completely like cactuses, but they like to dry out a little bit more than normal plants. So there's this misconception that hoyas need a small pot. They like to be root bound, but it's really just like that they don't like to sit in moisture for very long. So that's why I use a chunky mix and water more often than people normally would with hoyas. But that's just what has worked for me. So you can get something like this. Holy moly, look at her go. Number 4 and number 5 are so close together. It's very difficult to choose between them, but my number 4 is my Hoya Carnosa Silver Moon. She is, I mean, just look at these leaves. That really, really dark green right next to that minty green. I am just obsessed. I'm obsessed with it. These are both lighter green, but the darker green I just like is to die for. And that's probably the only reason this is not number 4 and 5. I'm at 1 and 2. This is number 2. The reason why this is not number 1 is because it has not grown for me since I got it, and if it was larger, it would probably be number 1, but it hasn't grown for me yet, so it is number 4, but I love her so much. My number 2 is Hoya Carnosa Silver Ghost, but my number 1 is my Nova Ghost. So as you can kind of see, the pattern is very much silvery Hoyas, but my Nova Ghost is just so pretty. I love these new leaves, are so ghosty. Like, let me take this off. They're just so pale and green, and these are very splashy. I love the splashy ones. It's so cool. I will take some more footage of this in its like natural habitat, my office, so you can see the actual color of the leaves. But because I don't know if this camera is doing it justice, but that is my favorite Hoya that I have right now. It is so, like, surprisingly, for like, I feel like my experience with rare Hoyas is that they don't really grow very fast. I think it's mainly because there are a lot of variegation in plants. They don't really grow very fast. But the Nova Ghost has grown so fast for me. And it's been putting out new shoots, new leaves like crazy. It's still in its nursery pot, but it is loving it in there, so I'm not really tempted to move it. So yeah, I just love her so much. I really love all of my Hoyas. I don't really have a Hoya that I don't like, because otherwise I wouldn't have it in my collection. But yes, so I am going to start repotting, and we can play around with some trellising and look at my new pots that I got and just do, in general, repotting fun. It is time to repot the Hoyas, and you know what that means. We are in a different scenery today. I am filming in my office where all my plants are because I wanted a plant background This is a planty channel. So I am on the floor. But it's okay, we all make sacrifices. So we will see how that goes. I just wanted you guys to be able to see my pretty plants in the background. So we're here and we're gonna get this done. Can we take a moment to appreciate my new varicosum leaf? Look at her. Sorry, this is a Hoya video. My bad. Okay, so we are going to be repotting some Hoyas. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm always overestimating the amount of time and energy that I have when it comes to repotting, but I don't think I ever want to get better at that. I have mixed up my soil mix. It's basically my aeroid mix. I explained it a little bit earlier in the video, but I want to reiterate that Hoyas love to dry out. Not to the extent that cactuses like to dry out, but Hoyas, let me make sure this is recording. It's recording. Hoyas like to dry out. So that doesn't necessarily mean they need to be root bound. It just means that they don't like to sit in waterlogged soil for very long. So I like to pot my Hoyas up in terracotta. I found these cute terracotta pots at Walmart. I know there's been like a viral thing going on about Walmart's pots. It is not a lie, it is truth. So I got some of these one. I think this is so cute. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the old, like the classic terracotta pots. I think they're so cute, but I also like this one. Like, it's so neat. And they have these cool little like basins for you to put them in. Like, that's so cute. Love that. So I got some for that. I also got these from Walmart. I got a white one, I got a blue one, and I'm just gonna pot them up. That's a hair. I'm gonna pot them up into a clear nursery pot so I can keep a track of their roots, and put this in here as a cache pot. And it works as a cache pot because it has a little plug in the bottom of it. And side note, I keep these little plugs. If I make this, if I were to take this out, I keep them in my little container of clips, so that if I ever want to plug a pot in the future that doesn't have a plug, then I can plug it. So yeah, I'm super excited. I also have like a bajillion trellises. I have 2 metal ones. I have some clear acrylic stakes. I have 3 large of these hoop ones. I have a tiny hoop one. I have countless amount of arches. So I am ready for this repot. And I am so excited. Okay, I think that's it. Let's get started. Okay, first up is my Hoya, and you are so down angled that I literally can't even see. But Hoya Bretonnier is first. I got this at PlantCon last September, and it has grown like a little bit. I love these leaves, are so fuzzy. I know you can't feel them obviously because you're through the camera, but they are so fuzzy and cute. And I think that these, like the Sunstress ones, are a little bit purple, which I really like. So I kind of want to put it somewhere where it can get a little bit sunstressed. But it's just been under the arena lights for now. But I have noticed that it dries out very quickly. So I wanted to put it into a new soil mix. Let's see. This one I want to go into a smaller pot. Let's see what we have. Okay, I think I'm gonna use this terracotta pot for the Bretonnier. All right, we're going, oh my gosh, not me just stomping on the leaves. We're gonna, oh yeah, I gotta take out this little plug because we do want drainage, and I keep that in my little tray. Oh, that's right, okay. This is like for a hole that big, oh well, I use my little grates so that it falls right in there and the soil doesn't fall out whenever I water. And the roots are a little bit smaller than I expected because it dries out so fast. So I'm glad that I'm putting this in a chunky mix so that it doesn't, it like reduces the chance of root rot. Gonna put that right there. Oh yeah, this is really cute. Mason and I are going to go see Hail Mary tonight, and I just finished the book, so I am very excited for that. I've heard that's a good movie, and I really like the book, so I'm very excited. Okay, and now comes my favorite part about Hoyas, is the little trellising. I think that this might be a little, this might outgrow it pretty fast, so I'm going to use my little circular one. Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna put this down there. And then I get to pick from my array of little clips and stuff. For this one, I'm probably gonna use something smaller. So, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe a butterfly. Because why not? Right there. Like that. That is super cute. Look at her. You see that? Yeah, I think so. So cute. Very, very happy about this. And I will take this off later. These are like really difficult to take off. So I kind of just ignore them, to be honest with you. Look at that. So cute. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to change that angle. It was absolutely horrible. It was hurting my back. So I'm going to move everything up here, and then we're going to do the big bad Hoya that I've been meaning to do for a while. Whew. Yeah, I got a Hoya linearis. I knew that. I've wanted one of these for a while. I got one, found it at my one of my local nurseries, and I just could not say no, especially because she's so big and beautiful. God, these are always the worst. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this thing is so gorgeous, and I can just see it in a hanging basket, and it's going to be amazing and beautiful. And then these little leaves are just so fuzzy, and I loved her so much. Yeah, that's how I talk about plants. So I was thinking about putting her in this pot. I think it would be so cute. Just a little touch of like peach with these little fuzzy leaves. Oh, so cute. But I need the nursery pot. Yes, okay. Because we need drainage and a cover pot if we want a healthy plant. So I am going to delicately take her out massage her roots a little bit, put her in here, put her in there, and water her. And it's gonna be amazing. So let's have a good time. We got some good roots. It might actually be dry. So I'm excited, or I am excited about putting her in a more chunky mix. Oops, I guess we have a propagation. That's awesome. Love when that happens. No problems. What the? Oh, was that a rotted root? I guess so. Just came off in like a little string. Yeah, that's not good. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Oh, these are all kind of in pieces, so I need to be careful about not just completely separating this thing, because that would be a nightmare. Just want to break it up a little bit, enough for it to be small enough to fit into this nursery pot. That's actually really adorable. There's like some moss on here. I love that. That's so cute. Okie dokie. I think that's good enough. I'm gonna keep this off to the side. I have a bad habit of accidentally throwing any propagations or anything away. So I do not want to do that. Alright, baby girl. Too much for a second, but we will be fine. Famous last words. Okay, like with all hoyas, they are kind of looking like a little hot mess whenever you just repot them. But I think she's looking good. Yes. Oh, that's a root. I'm just gonna push that back in there. Just like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then we're gonna rinse her through, but I want to see her. I think that's so cute. What do you think? Can you see? I think that is just so cute. Love it. And then I need to put this in a propagation tube. I love her. Hello, it is the next day. Mason and I went to go see Hail Mary last night, so I had to leave in the middle of filming, but that's okay. It gave me a break, which a lot of the times I need during repots. And I am back. I have my coffee and I am ready to finish up. Yeah, just have a couple more to repot and then we will be done. Okay, I did pot up one off camera, technically off this video, because I just repotted this one and finished a beginner Hoya video with this, but just wanted to show you guys that I finished that one. Oh, what was this? I think this is a verticulata. I need to stop throwing away. Yes. Hoya verticulata. So that one, I just finished her and I think that she's doing really good. I just love her like purple splashes. Can you see that right there? Maybe like that. She got purple splash on her, so I'm just very excited about that one. And then let's see. Okay. This is the one that I have no idea what this is. This is awkward, but when I was editing, I was looking at a past YouTube video and thankfully someone commented and informed me that this plant I'm talking about is actually a lipstick plant. So for the next few minutes, you're going to see me repot a lipstick plant as if it was a Hoya. And I think that's hilarious. So I'm going to keep this in the video. But just so you know, now I'm aware that this is a lipstick plant. So enjoy. I just thought it was like really cool looking. And the nursery kind of reminded me of like almost like a jewel orchid. The leaves are kind of like, I don't know, really interesting looking. So if anyone knows what this is, please let me know. I want to repot that one, and I also have, oh my gosh, look at this gnat trap. Ugh, that's disgusting. I was dealing with a thrip infestation a couple weeks ago, so I was using these to find out where the thrips were, and I found out I just had a massive infestation of fungus gnats, so that's also great. Anyways, these are some cuttings that I took from my Hoya Polynura about a month and a half ago, and I think that they are ready to pot up. You can see some roots through the plastic, so I want to pot her up into a bigger pot. Should I? Actually, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should wait some more. I don't really like this pot. It's kind of ugly. I don't really have a cover pot for it. Let's pot the other one up first and then kind of see what happens. Okay, we're gonna just do nothing fancy. We're gonna just do a small white pot. I know that this is quite large and I literally just said not to do this, but this is a tiny pot and this thing's ginormous, so I kind of feel like that'll work. Do as I say, not as I do is what I'm saying. Okay, let me get you angled down here so you can see what's going on. Okay, sorry if it got dark. I am trying to conserve my light battery, so I decided to turn it off, but hopefully you can see everything just fine. Let's see what is going on here. Oh my gosh, that's kind of pitiful. What? How did this giant plant come from these roots? I don't understand. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. That's actually so bad. What the Do you see that? That's crazy. Well, we're definitely not using this. Give me a sec. Okay, sorry. Unplanned, I don't feel like going to the garage, so we're gonna use this. I know it's kind of dirty. My bad, my bad, my bad. Please don't be bad. But that's a plan B because literally what is that? So we're gonna pop her in there and see what happens. All right. And if you are have any questions, or actually if you just want to know like the soil that I use, the general like recommendations for hoyas that I have, I will put the video that I just finished filming. That's all about like beginner hoya stuff. I'll put that in the description, I guess. Okay, we have her here. I'm gonna go give her a water and then we'll put a trellis on her. I went downstairs to get a cover pot for her and I gave her a wash and she's looking better. Yeah, I just cannot believe how bad those roots were. That was actually insane. I'm gonna get a trellis for her. Actually, yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, I think that maybe this one would look good. What do we think? The black with the like purpley stripes and stuff. That might be good. God, I love trellising. It is so satisfying. All right. Let's see what we got on here. Maybe like this. And then once this one grows out, I'll be able to attach it right here. But I think that looks good. Not too shabby. I think it looks better than it did. Whew. Wow. I feel like I do that after every repot because it's so exhausting. But it's only because I try to do like 8 plants and we did not get through 8 plants. I think I did actually like 3 off camera. But I want to run through them real quick and just kind of show you everything that I did. Obviously, we have our last one, the Mystery Hoya. Please, again, someone let me know if they know what this is. I think she turned out pretty decent for a Plan B situation. Then we have our Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen. She is a queen. I put her in this bee pot that I got from Walmart. I think it's so very cute. She has her little plant charm on her and is looking gorgeous. Then we have my Verticulata, Hoya Verticulata, and Hoya Bretonnier. I think this is probably my favorite one that I did yesterday. I just love the look with the tiny trellis and the butterfly clip and the terracotta pot. I think it's so cute. And then I decided not to repot the Hoya palmynura. I feel like, yes, I saw roots, but they're not developed enough for me to put it in a bigger pot. So that will be for next time. Yeah, I think that's it. Actually, I forgot to. This one was the, I think it's called the Fittonii. I don't know. This was, I think, legitimately the first Hoya that I ever got from Home Depot. And yeah, I think it's a Fittonii. So I did this one off of camera. Side note, like, look at the, do you see the sun stressing on the leaves? I think that is so pretty, like that purple, that deep purple. Anyways, and I also forgot that I did my Hoya carnosa silver moon. I redid her, and I think she's looking so cute in this little pot. I think that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you stayed this far, I appreciate you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.